Thank the member. I call the member for Dunkley.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise today to talk about a wonderful and dynamic part of the Dunkley electorate, Langwarrin. Although Langwarrin covers a geographical area of only 24 square kilometres, almost 22,000 people call it home. Langwarrin is also home to a number of nature reserves, parks and gardens. Some of the more prominent sites are the Langwarrin Flora and Fauna Reserve, McClellan Gallery and Sculpture Park and Cruden Farm. The Langwarrin Flora and Fauna Reserve, formerly known as the Langwarrin Military Reserve, is one of Langwarrin's most well-known landscape features, set over 2 square kilometres. After World War II, the reserve was used as a military hospital and subsequently for occasional military training, until 1974, when it was taken over by the Balcombe Military Camp and was used for training of Army Reserve and school cadet units. As I noted in my maiden speech, my father started his career training in the Army at the Balcombe Army Barracks itself. Eventually in 1982, the state government then purchased the reserve from the Commonwealth Government. But these days it is used by locals and visitors as a recreational nature reserve, boasting a number of picturesque walking tracks, including an amazing new military trail and walking paths, which were recently worked on as part of a local Green Army project funded by the federal government. During the election campaign, I was pleased to join former member for Dunkley, the Honourable Bruce Bilson, to meet the Green Army team who worked on landscaping the trail and thank them for their hard work. Another impressive place which calls Langwarrin home is the McClellan Gallery and Sculpture Park. Set in 8 hectares of landscape bushland featuring a sculpture park, it is now home to the famous moving Tree of Life sculpture, which was previously one of the many pieces of artwork showcased along the Peninsula Link Freeway. It is Australia's largest sculpture park and a major tourist icon, attracting over 130,000 visitors per year. The gallery was named in honour of renowned Frankston artists Nan and Harry McClelland. The McClelland Award is Australia's richest sculpture prize and is awarded by the gallery biennially, supported by the gallery's patron and former Langwarrin resident, the late Dame Elizabeth Murdoch. Dame Elizabeth Murdoch, Australian socialite and philanthropist, was the mother, of course, of media mogul Rupert Murdoch and resided at Cruden Farm in Langwarrin up until her passing in 2012 at the ripe age of 103. The garden at Cruden Farm was the result of over 80 years' work and is considered the heart of a working farm, a small piece of country set amid dense suburbia. Every year in mid-April, the gardens are open to the public to raise funds for a not-for-profit medical research organisation, Baker IDI Heart and Diabetes Institute. Langwarrin has also been home to many other notable residents, including Lady Joan Lindsay, author of the famous Picnic at Hanging Rock, Stephen Sutherland, Australian Olympic boxer, Luke Parker, AFL player for the Sydney Swans, Jared Moore, also an AFL player for the Swans and assistant coach of North Melbourne, and Toby Rose, an AFL footballer for Richmond. As you can see, sport plays a big part in the social fabric of Langwarrin. During the election campaign, I was pleased to make a number of funding announcements for several well-deserving Langwarrin sporting clubs. For example, Langwarrin Football and Netball Club is set to receive $10,500 in federal funding to upgrade women's amenities. Langwarrin Tennis Club will receive $10,275 in funding to install solar technologies. And the Langwarrin Soccer Club will receive $15,000 under the Stronger Communities Grants program to construct a much-needed utility shed. Langwarrin is also represented well by basketball, dancing and horse riding. Langwarrin Pony Club and the Peninsula Adult Riders Club provide cross-country, dressage and show jumping facilities for equestrian enthusiasts at the Langwarrin Equestrian and Recreation Reserve. I recently had the pleasure of meeting with Langwarrin resident and Paralympian Emma Booth to congratulate her and her horse Zidane on her terrific success at the recent 2016 Rio Paralympics as part of the Australian dressage team. So Langwarrin is a great place to live, and I encourage people to come visit Langwarrin. Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.